life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program.
Well, on the bright side of things, maybe one day they'll quit using kids as pawn. Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. I don't even know if you want to say keep the bad guys away. There's like so many fucking assholes right now that you can't even keep the bad guys away because, you know, I'm dealing with a scandal which involves pretty much the whole city that I'm in. It's just like when I was up in Barrow, Alaska, and the whole town was coming down on me. Same shit. Stuff that landed me into Reynosa, Mexico. So I'm seeing Mexico here in my future. Okay, but here's a scandal. I didn't get a chance to post this other video that about this hotel scam. Guy that seriously came in my door. You know, I was going to give you an update on that yesterday. Well, you know, it's like I got interfered with. So I'll give you a synopsis on that. Okay, so basically what I have figured out is that it looks like someone has got perhaps a master key, gotten a hold of a master key, you know, and then of course the possibility exists that the FBI's probably paid off somebody in the hotel. Someone's got a key to my room. And just because I got the key changed doesn't necessarily mean that someone won't come in my room when I go to work tonight. My nurse manager was able to allowed me to switch my schedule to night shift, but that doesn't mean that someone's not going to come and hack my room, because I called Special Agent Burkholder with Homeland Security Investigations today. I said, I think I've got it. I think they're trying to come up with a property scam. Trying to find some way that they can enter my room and steal my property. So I'll be bringing most of my property that I have, which is not much, with me to work tonight. All the important stuff, because like anything else fucking happens, I'm out the door to Mexico and I'm not coming back. So, I mean, you know, technically the way I understand things, I think Mexico actually has jurisdiction over me or some kind of authority over me right now, or at least the military police do. Under the treaty that Mexico has with the ICC. So that's why I said I can be out the door and I can never come back. So let them pull their damn shit that they've been pulling for 10 years, because I'll just leave. That'll be the best way for me to get away from my abusers. But anyway, so that is a scandal. Now see, now get this. My Matt, my recruiter, called me yesterday. Apparently he talked to this hotel manager, and they were willing to, they were going to switch rooms and they were going to upgrade me to a suite and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, he felt me down, I'll go down and talk to him. So I went down and talked to him, and so the general manager, Jay, reminds me of that fucking asshole, that Jay Kramer in the Office of Congressional Affairs of the FBI headquarters, the one that apparently wrote this apology letter to Senator Harry Reid, I will never do it again bullshit. So Jay, the general manager, brings in all of his little, twit balls that work in this hotel, including the housekeeper, the head of housekeeping. So the story is that they were going to do an investigation to figure out what happened, as somebody might have a key to my room. They might have, they say, accidentally given a, programmed the wrong key to somebody else. You know what? I doubt it. It was intentional. I know it was intentional because there was nobody staying here hardly the other night. I mean, there's this big festival in town, but they had all checked out until this weekend. So there's hardly anybody staying at this hotel. So the fact that somebody used the key to get in my door was intentional. So that's, but that's one thing he claimed to be looking at. And then he brings the housekeeper over and said, let's talk to the housekeepers, because you guys all have master keys. Let's just make sure that nobody's, lost a master key or whatever. Okay, but then he said yesterday that I'd be moved today to another room, either to a big suite or a junior suite, either within this building or the building that's adjacent to it on their property. And so come down in the morning. Well, you know what? So I come down at 10:30 when I get up this morning, and then all of a sudden, there's no room available. And the story is that the guy hadn't checked out of his suite yet. Had checked out of his room, the room that they were going to move me into. There's nobody at this hotel. There's nobody here. So I think the scam is to have somebody enter my room tonight when I go to work. And I don't know if they're just going to steal stuff like they always steal stuff, or if they're just going to try to sift through stuff or whatever. But I'm telling you, my important stuff is coming to work with me tonight. stuff that I'll need to go to Mexico with probably in the next day or so. But anyway, bunch of damn shit. Okay, another strange thing. I called Senator Barbara Boxer's office today, her office in Oakland, and I still haven't been able to talk to the caseworker. It's apparently handling this Homeland Security inquiry for my son. Haven't been able to talk to that person. But the secretary keeps saying, whatever, they don't have any updates yet. And, I'm like, nothing like a time frame or anything like that. Or, and they're like, oh, no. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, dude, the ICE Office of Congressional Affairs told me months ago that I could try Congress again. ICE already knows this case. Homeland Security already knows this case. So just turf over the damn document, dude. So, I don't know. I called their Washington, D.C. office, vented my concerns, and they're trying to come up with this stuff. Our office is so busy and whatever, which it probably is. Probably is a very, 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 very busy office. I don't doubt that. But this is a major shit issue, which involves criminal FBI agents and negligence by Eric Holder and his little fucking assholes up there in the DOJ. All those negligent damn attorneys that I can't stand. So, it's a little bit bigger of an issue, especially since, just about all the witnesses are missing. I would consider that to be a bigger issue than some of the other stuff that they deal with. So I'm finding that this delay in receiving this Homeland Security inquiry document, I'm finding this to be highly unusual that there's such a long delay. But keep in mind, I'm also dealing with America, and usually everybody just wants to help the FBI. Even in Congress. That's what happened. That's what happened with Congress down in Texas. Everybody just wants to help the FBI. So, anyway, there was a private attorney in Arizona that wanted to take a look at my case. Now, this guy did a civil action for the family of U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry that was murdered in that whole Fast and Furious scandal conducted by the government, by our government, and that ended up killing him and ended up killing a couple hundred people in Mexico, and then there's guns in the hands of all these cartels still that are unaccounted for. So he wanted to take a look at this, a look at my case, and I explained to him, I said, I'm very limited in information that I have, like, in order for you to put a case together, like what you put together in that situation, because I'm just, I have scattered documents, even though I know the situation. But he was going to at least take a look at what I had. And then he was very interested in the fact that I had contacted the International Criminal Court because of this. And then, I just decided today, I said, his case is so good, you can download his case off of Scrib. That's how I got it. I downloaded it off of Scrib. And I just sent that up to the Office of the Prosecutor of the ICC. And I'm like, well, here's another damn hit. Because, see, here's what I think. There's nothing wrong with a family having legal representation when a crime has been committed against them. Okay, but when a family, a victim or a victim family has to hire private counsel to put a case together of this kind of magnitude because of negligence by the U.S. Department of Justice, then that's a whole nother ball of wax. That's like, that's an aggressive act by the U.S. Department of Justice and not managing their own shit. Because no victim person, including the family of deceased U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry, no family should have to do that kind of thing, in my opinion, and go into all of the details about the whole scandal with the ATF and so forth. I don't know. I sent it up to the ICC for review and analysis. They're the experts. And then I found another law firm here today. And apparently, see, I contacted one attorney, and apparently she doesn't handle my kind of case. Which is too bad because she's got a lot of connections in the media, so that's too bad. But she referred me to another attorney, but when I called that firm, apparently he's retired. That's the story. Retired. But so I talked to whatever their law clerk, somebody or other, and he wanted to hear a little bit about the case, and I told him what was going on. And then, he wanted me to put in this, whole timeline of events. And I'm thinking to myself, why bother? Why bother? Because then, he's asking me, do you have the financial means? Because I want an injunction on these guys. I want these guys in prison. So I've heard this term, motion for injunction and press criminal charges. But he's, asking me if I have the financial ability to be able to pay for that. I'm like, I don't know. How much does it cost? I don't even know what the hell it costs anyway. I mean, what the hell? I lived homeless out on the streets. I don't know how many times. I've just got kidnapped a few months ago down in Texas. I've had all kinds of shit. Sure, I got $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 to pay some damn stupid freaking damn dumbass attorney law, or a law firm in the United States. You pay them all this money, you still have to walk them through all the crap. So I just sent him a couple things of what I had. I finally said, I'm not going to waste my time doing all that stuff for a private law firm, because I know how these private law firms are in the FBI. They just want to protect their little friends in the U.S. Attorney's Office, or protect their little DA's friends. Once they find out my son's case wasn't prosecuted by the DA, so they'll just want to protect their little DA. Protect a little U.S. attorney friends. So it's such a scandal in the United States. It's a whole legal scandal. So that's why I said, why bother? Well, here, you want to know something about this case? Here's this big letter from the International Criminal Court. Here's a letter from ICE. Knock yourself out, read that, and if you're not too scared to take a look at the case, then I'll spend a few hours writing this all out in a synopsis. But that's why I said, it's just so unreal. What the hell these guys are doing. Yeah, I just had a guy that's got a key to my door, and I'm worried about all my property getting taken tonight based on a bunch of FBI, CIA assholes. I got to worry about whatever they're going to concoct as far as a sting operation at the hospital tonight. Oh yeah, I got all kinds of time to sit there and explain this to some damn dumbass private attorney. Write it all out for him. Fuck that shit. And even if I did do that, they'd probably overcharge me by 4 or 5 times the amount of money anyway, and knowing that we wouldn't have a chance in the United States to win the case. It was all a scandal. Anyway, that's today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. Keep your stun gun handy. There's real criminals and terrorists out there. I'll see you next time.